Announcements for the 2016 presidential election are officially underway, and so far there's a melting pot of candidates, ones whose ideologies and positions can sway voters in one direction or the other. At the University of Florida, this election primarily can sway the votes of students, many of who will be voting for the first time. But does a candidate's background affect which bubble someone fills in at the polls? For 2016, we already see one of history's female candidates with the most attention. We also see non-Native American citizens, such as Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, also running for office, something that has been contested before.
I do think it's interesting that many people said Obama wasn't born in the United States. There was speculation from the right that he was actually born in Africa, that his Hawaiian birth certificate was fabricated, and so it's incredibly interesting to see yet another person like Ted Cruz, who's not from the United States.
And UF students are starting to take notice.
But with Obama, never once has he had to say he's black. It's obvious that he's black, so I don't think Marco Rubio has to say that, Latinos or anything.
According to Article 2, Section 1 of the United States Constitution, no person except a natural-born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of president. However, the Naturalization Act of 1790 changed the definition of natural-born to include a person born abroad to parents who are United States citizens, meaning candidates such as Cruz are still in the running. That, plus being of Hispanic descent, may play a role in the upcoming election. In Alachua County, the 2008 election statistically saw a massive wave of voters in the 18 to 25 age demographic due to the fact there was the first African-American man running for president. Since then, the total number of Hispanic voters has almost doubled.
We went from, in 2006, we only had just over 5,000 registered Hispanic voters in the county. By the time of the 2012 election, so just a 6-year jump, we had 9,500 registered Hispanic voters.
And as candidates are turning up left and right, so are the voices of the student body. Students at the University of Florida are obviously from different ethnicities and backgrounds and tend to vote differently as well. And those sentiments and opinions are clearly expressed in the classroom.
Trying to soften up her image, and I think she pulled it off.
His narrative doesn't speak to a lot of other immigrants, obviously.
So is there a degree of Latino-ness? Rather than seeing it as a binary, is this now a fluid concept?
Students are kind of fighting the literature and saying, that's not necessarily enough for me. I have to have a very competitive, competent, co-ethnic person if that person wants my vote.
As conversations across campus classrooms are heating up and as candidates roll out their campaigns, only time will tell if the history behind the man or woman will determine the fate of American politics. Alexandra Rivera, WUFT News.